Hello dreamers, welcome back on my channel. The holidays are officially over, but only for now. Let's start again with a project that I finished before leaving and that I made available to everyone. You can find it on Gumroad. You can download it for free, and if you want to help me continue my work here on YouTube at my best, you can contribute with any offer. Today we'll show you a little bit about what the file contains and why I think it will be really useful if you want to start seriously exploring animation here on Dreams. The basis of this project is rigging, but you will also find interesting ideas frame by frame. So I recommend you watch the video until the end, comment, like, hype from your smartphone and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, for me it's essential. At the link you find below in the description and in the comments you will find my project files, both the drawings I made on Procreate and the Dreams file where there is all the animation. I've broken everything down so it will be easy for you to understand what you are looking at. But first of all, let's look at the files you will find on Procreate. There's a bit of stuff, but not too much. I generally work with separate projects because at least I can export them to Dreams independently, especially if they're completely different things, like a car, characters or backgrounds. Let's start, for example, with the car. Here we find all the elements I needed to create it. The shapes are drawn frontally because I then needed to distort them on Dreams to create that 3D effect on the short. You will then find all these elements inside the file so you can understand what I used them for and how I subsequently arranged them for the animations. A piece of advice I give you is to then extrapolate the individual groups, for example this one, which contains the car, to have a clearer idea of how it works. The cars you find in the project are two, and the only difference that distinguishes them is practically this, which I used to create the effect of the siren on the roof of the police car. I think you will find its operation interesting and above all very useful for effects of this kind because it almost seems really 3D. Okay, now let's continue with the background elements that appear in the project. Let's hide some stuff and start from the beginning. Okay. A lot of you have been asking me what style you should start with when creating your own animations. First of all, you need to keep in mind that illustration is the foundation of everything. It can be very simple, but that's where you start. You don't need a complex character or highly detailed illustration. You can start with simple shapes, a minimal character, or just a few basic elements. What really matters is creating an image that can be easily animated. And that's exactly where we can start. How to choose the right style and how to turn a simple illustration into an animation. Now let's move on to my project. I'm illustrating the very simple elements I need to build the background. As you can see, I'm keeping everything extremely minimal. I don't need a lot of details because the goal is to create a background that supports the animation without taking attention away from the main subject. So I'm starting with just a few basic shapes and elements, and then I'll bring them together to create the final scene. And as you can see, they are also all drawn frontally in this case. And this one you see in red is the gate that gets destroyed at the end. I draw with separate shapes to explode upon impact with the car. A similar thing also for this element, which is not a single thing, but are all separate layers that will then be animated individually on Dreams. And if you haven't figured it out yet, it's that series of boxes that one of the two cars eats in full. I really enjoy making these animations, and on Dreams with its rendering engine you can use correct physics that makes the scenes really dynamic. I made a tutorial about it that I recommend you go and find. Finally we find the city skyline in the background. Nothing particularly complex, but a really huge canvas. You know I like to go overboard with pixels. Let's move on to the character you see inside the car. I did it half length. I didn't need the rest, and with arms and head. I gave a bit of cyberpunk style to the character. I liked the idea. You don't often see my drawing anime characters, even though I've always done them because I really like that word. To make the animation work in Rig, I divide all the elements as you can see. This allowed me to move the character in a natural way within the scene. The rigging system I use on Dreams probably works much better for now on elements like cars, airplanes, etc. But I'm still happy with the result I got here. I made some tutorials about this whole animation process and I'll add the link below. But here we are on Dreams, and what I want to start from is the scene and how I divide it. There is a first large group that contains all the elements that you see moving on the screen. For this first group there are camera movements of shake and zoom in and out. This is because the anchor point of the scene must remain in the center, and if I start to move too much to the right and left, this effect would no longer be so cinematic. If we enter the main group, we find another one, where I have added other lateral movements. For example, here at the beginning the shot moves from left to right, to frame the cars arriving. If I delete the first keyframe on the x-axis, as you can see the scene returns to the center. Now I go back, so that keyframe comes back and the scene at the starting point moves a little to the left. For this reason, it's important in this case to keep two separate groups, one for movements such as shaking and zooming in and out, and the other for more lateral movements, at least until the team implements a virtual camera system and maybe even 3D, as I have already told you. Entering the group, you will then find all the elements of the scene further divided into groups: scenery elements, special effects, the groups containing the cars, and the background elements. To help you better understand some things, I start with this element of the scenario, which would be that mountain of boxes that are flying everywhere. There's a very interesting thing that happens here, and that is that the car first finds itself behind these elements and then jumps in front of them. And to get the effect, I had to create the explosion animation of the boxes you see contained in this group on a track above the car. As you can see here, the car stays behind. At this point I have divided the group that includes all the boxes. In fact, the car at this point is in front. If I extend the group, can you see how the shapes are now in front? We move on the timeline and find the same group farther down, and it starts exactly where the group above stops. In this way the elements remain behind. It's a natural limit of a software designed for 2D, but it's enough to think about it a little to understand how to get around the problem. I made a very similar speech for this explosion special effect. Here it's a flipbook. In this case, instead of cutting the group, I used an opacity filter, so that the car seems to go through the smoke without a sharp cut. The effect above fades away, leaving room for the same explosion but farther down the timeline. Continuing with the series of elements, you will find the group under the cars. In these groups are contained the shadows that are projected on the ground. For these animations, the principle of copying the animation group of the car and pasting it below applies so that it perfectly follows the progress of the animations. You will see that there is some difference in the y coordinates. This is because the shadow must remain projected on the ground and not jump together with the car. Inside the file you will find all the elements I used to create the background, organized into separate layers so you can easily explore them and use them in your own projects. One of the most interesting parts is the parallax effect. The elements move from left to right, but at different speeds. The elements closer to the viewer move faster, while the background elements move more slowly. This simple difference creates a stronger sense of depth and makes the animation feel much more dynamic. I really like this technique because you can create a convincing scene of depth without building a complex 3D scene. At this point we can move on to the character inside the car. If you look at the character on its own, it might actually look a little funny. But once you place it inside the scene, it works really well and fits the overall style of the animation. I have already made a few tutorials where I show you how to build a character from scratch, so I want to go through the entire process again here. Instead, I wanted to include the finished character directly inside the Dreams file, so you can take a closer look at how everything is organized. As you can see, the character is divided into different elements, and the animations allow me to control the different parts of the body independently. This makes it possible to move the entire character while keeping the individual elements under control. This is particularly useful when you want to create small movements and make the character feel more alive without having to animate everything from scratch. So if you download the file, I recommend taking some time to explore the character. Look at how the different elements are organized and experiment with the animations yourself. Hopefully this will give you a better understanding of how you can build and animate character inside Dreams. Well dreamers, we have reached the end of today's video. As I mentioned, you can download the Dreams file completely for free from Gumroad. And of course, if you find it useful and would like to support my work, any contribution is always greatly appreciated. If there's anything that isn't clear or if you have any questions about the file, let me know in the comments below. And this is definitely not the last resource. I'll be sharing more Dreams file, tutorials and useful resources are coming in the future, so make sure to stay tuned. As always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, hit that little hype button on your smartphone and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one!